Good morning and welcome to your best, perhaps, hour of self-care this week. I always love what yoga does for me, and I hope you love it too. So no matter what gender we all have a masculine side and a feminine side. And to that end, yoga, without even knowing or thinking about it, helps to balance us. So even when I think about our feminine side, which most of us are women practicing yoga, although we have gentlemen, of course, that we can't always be the passive femme fatale, if you will. I'm having fun with this, but the passive and just being intuitive. And these things are great because men need these absolute, men need to be passive sometimes and receptive. But in general, men, of course, that thing coming in? We hear a bird outside. That's what I'm talking about. He's really looking for something or somebody, or maybe it's a her. Because the feminine side is receptive, the masculine side is emissive. And I think, when I think about the femme fatale being the feminine, I think about the Terminator being the masculine, where men want to fix, do their action. And women can be, as I say, passive and receptive. But yoga is about balancing both of these energies. And to that end, men represent the solar aspect, Pingala, the right side of the body. So that's heating. That is one loud bird. It's a jay? Blue jay. Well, you know what? They've been winning, so I get it. He's excited. Keep it up, right? And the feminine side, the Ida, is the left side of the body. And it's cooling. It represents the lunar moon side, and the masculine being the heating right side of the body represents the sun. So Ha is sun and Ta is moon. Hatha Yoga. And there's no question that these ancient yogis were a bit ahead of their time, but modern science and medicine agrees that we definitely have these, they're not, I don't want to say opposing sides, but they're very different. They're very distinct energetically and psychologically. And if you think about the medical symbol of the staff with the winding, what looked like snakes or serpents around, that is representative of the three main channels. So the center is Sushumna, and that's where we really want to create energy. And so in Kundalini yoga, they talk about raising the Kundalini, and I'm not going there. That can be a dangerous thing, and we're not going to be doing that. But either side, the Ida, the Pingala, when they're balanced, Sushumna, the central channel, is more balanced, and we show up in life as being both caretakers and being able to be cared for. Okay? So I hope that's simple enough that everybody understands the value of these masculine and feminine aspects. So with those few words, let's come on over onto our knees and just hang out in a moment in child's pose. Now, child's pose definitely demonstrates quieting the masculine active side and, heavily bringing about that feminine, relaxing, receptive side. So spread your knees wide apart, flatten the tops of your feet. If it's comfortable, release your forehead to the mat. If not, fold your forearms one on top of the other and rest your forehead. And perhaps you might want to use your hands just to press your hips further back towards your heels, releasing your torso to whatever amount is comfortable. And of course, if bending your knees that much is uncomfortable, then please come into puppy pose. Keep your hips high. and release down and just breathe. So this is a balancing posture for your feminine and masculine sides. And of course, we do this frequently. So knowing a little more about the benefits and the action of certain poses in your yoga practice may hopefully inspire you to practice and see yoga as a tool to balance body, mind, spirit. Inhaling, come on up onto your hands and your knees. Again, placing a cushion or whatever you need underneath your knees. You can double your mat over. Hands are below, ideally below the shoulders, but move them if you need to for wrist comfort. Knees are about the width of your hips. When you press your fingers into the mat, you take some of the weight out of the wrists and you add it towards the forearms. On an exhale, round your spine. So now we're really going to gently warm up, activate movement through Sushumna, the central column of your spinal column. And then on an inhale, hollow out the lower back, draw the heart center forward. And of course, this brings energy as you exhale again to both Ida and Pingala. So Ida, you can think of it like the name Ida as being feminine, Pingala as masculine. So on your own breath, gently move the energy through your spinal column, your central nervous system, drawing your belly in on your exhale, tucking your chin. And on your inhale, you're extending through the upper back, hollowing out the lower back, eyes floating up to third eye. Synchronize the movement with your breath and just notice as you go through your practice today, if you become a little antsy, that might be your masculine side wanting to push, wanting to control. Just notice it. Don't judge it. Just notice it. Exhaling fully when you're in cat. Inhaling, moving into cow, knowing that rolling your eyes up towards your third eye is a feminine or Ida aspect, intuition. Men need it too, but women may have a corner on this particular aspect. Okay, coming into neutral, you're going to curl your toes under and you're going to lift yourself up into a soft downward facing dog. And just gently walk the dog so one leg straight and one knee bent and changing. So the upper part of your body in downward dog represents your masculine, your stronger side, and the lower half represents the feminine, the more receptive and passive side. Be sure your neck is relaxed. So just move your head, let your head hang off your neck. Okay, coming now into neutral, you're going to lift your right leg up and you're going to round your back as you bring your right knee towards your right chest, side of the chest, and take it back, right leg back, and bring it the knee towards the chest, rounding your back. Last time, lift the leg up, three-legged dog, bringing the knee into the chest, and then bring the foot all the way through, all the way through. So you're coming into a low lunge. You're going to drop your knee to the floor, and you're going to inhale your arms up. And then you're going to straighten that front leg and take your arms back. So it's kind of like a half split. So you're straightening your front leg. Your inhale carries you forward. Your exhale carries you back. Straightening your front leg. Fingers are active. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then release your left hand to the inside of your right front foot, and then sweep the other arm up, reaching up, stretching up, maybe looking up. Exhale, float the top arm down, bringing it inside the front leg, and now you're twisting up, reaching up. Float it down. Inhale, again, going back to the first side, reaching up. Exhale, float it down, and let's do the other side once again, reaching up. And then bringing both hands inside, curl your back toes under, and you're going to come up in and turning to the side of your mat. Have your feet now parallel, pointing forward. So standing, wide leg, forward bend, let your head hang. Can you take hold of your elbows here? And then just gently swaying, gently from side to side. Again, please relax your neck. Let your head hang. Feeling the stretch in the backs of your legs. And then on an inhale, you're going to gently bend your legs. You're going to start to roll up, and you're going to come up into a dynamic goddess pose. Try to keep your torso straight up and down, arms reaching up. Inhale, straighten your legs, come up into a V. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees. Nice. Inhale, coming up. Straighten your arms, whatever amount you can. Exhale and return. And then fold one more time. Bring your arms behind your back, if you can. Interlace your fingers, and let's come into a humble goddess, letting your torso fall forward, arms up and over behind your back. If that's not accessible for you, keep your arms down in front. They can either be on the floor, you can hold your elbows. And then release your hands, walk your feet in towards one another. And then letting your head hang, letting your arms hang, slowly rolling up, one vertebra at a time, and letting your head be the last thing to come up. And we'll do the other side. So inhaling in place, exhale, hands in prayer, step your feet apart, reaching up, extending, exhale, forward fold. Now you're going to step your left leg back and drop the knee to the mat. Inhale into a low lunge. If you forget which leg, won't be the end of the world. And exhale, straighten your front leg and reach your arms back. Inhale, coming up. You may want to flatten the top of the back foot, whatever feels good. If you've got your toes curled under, that's great too. Stretching the toes, stretching the arch, the plantar fascia, and straightening the front leg. Arms go back, kind of a modified half split here. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhaling, up. Exhaling, back. And then bring that left hand inside of your right foot, and let's sweep the other arm up, reaching up and stretching up with your right hand. At least the arm on the side of the bent leg. That's the arm that's going up. Okay, the arm on the side of the bent knee. The arm on the side of the bent knee. There we go. And allow that arm to float down, coming inside. And let's twist to the other side. And back down. Twisting has a beautiful inhale. Let's sweep up again. Compressing effect on the spinal column. And then when we release, fresh arterial blood is rushing in. Last time. So your right hand is inside of your right foot and you're reaching the left arm up. And that will do. Take that front leg back, curl your toes under. Now, I want you to come into Thunderbolt for a moment. So again, flatten the tops of your feet. For those of you who aren't fond of bending your knees too much, you can place your cushion or something between your legs. If you're okay with sitting back in Thunderbolt, flatten the tops of your feet. So flatten the tops of your feet. And you're just sitting on your heels in Thunderbolt. Closing your eyes, reaching up out of your waist with your torso, reaching up through the crown, breathing. And that will do. Bring your hands back down onto the mat, curl your toes under, roll back onto the soles of your feet. Keep your knees soft. Let the crown of your head float down and let your knuckles just drag on the mat. So your knees are bent. Shoulders relaxed, lengthening the spine. Creating space is the opposite of gravity when we let our upper bodies just hang like a string of pearls. And pressing the soles of your feet into your mat. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. And exhaling. So you may want to place your block at the front of your mat. We're going to practice Trikonasana on both sides. Triangle pose. So starting at the front of your mat, inhaling in place, exhale, step your right leg back. Remember, your right is your masculine, your left is your feminine, receptive. Okay, your legs are going to stay straight, but you're still going to have that straight line of energy from the heel of your front foot through the arch of your back foot. Keep your legs straight. You need a little bit of space between your feet. Your heel of your front foot should create a straight line through the arch of your back foot. Have a look. And that straight line should be in line with the outsides of your mat. I get there can be a straight line that way. We want it to be this way, okay? So inhaling, sweep the arms up to shoulder height. Focus your gaze on your front left fingers. Now, press your right hip back. This is the setup. Press your right hip back. Go back, back, back. You can't go any further. Now hinge from your left hip, reaching up with your back hand. The other hand just falls inside of your leg. Energy goes up. Now you can be looking sideways, or if you feel balanced, you can look up at your top hand. So again, reach up, feel your core activating as you stretch up, and then exhale and lower that back arm onto your hip, and do now turn your gaze downwards. Bend your front knee, scooch your back foot up, and this is where you may wish to use your block. And your block can be on any height, or if you don't believe you need it, just tent your fingers on the floor and lift your back leg up, and then lift that arm that was on your hip up. So you're basically balancing on one leg, fingertips. If you're feeling really strong in that leg that is grounded, you may lift your fingers off the floor, but don't try this unless you really feel balanced and strong. And bend your front leg, stepping back, straighten your front leg. Let's return to triangle, Trikonasana, to come out. Stretching up, both legs are straight. Both legs are straight. Inhale, come on all the way up. Turn your feet sideways on your mat and slightly turn them out. Bring your hands onto your waist, lifting your heart center and your gaze up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, tops of your legs, not your waist. Forward. Place your fingers below your face, tented. Inhaling in place. Exhale, over to the left. Bringing bum close to heel. Inhaling up and over to the other side. And back to the center. And walk your feet in towards one another. Again, keep your knees soft. Let your head hang, slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. Letting your head be the last thing to come up. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them back. Pull your armpits down. Lift your toes off the floor. Feel your big toe mount, your baby toe mount, the center front of your heel, grounding, rooting through the floor. Letting your tailbone drop. Open your eyes if they were closed. Give your legs a good shake. Let's do the other side. Coming up to the front of your mat. Step your left leg back. One leg length. Again, the heel creates a straight line through the arch of your back foot. Your front foot is 90 degrees. Your back foot about 60 degrees. So your back foot slightly pointing forward. Keep your knees locked. Keep them strong and straight. Inhale, sweep the arms up to shoulder height. But lower your shoulders, lengthen your neck, activate your fingers. Focus your gaze over your right fingers. Now, press your left hip back. Just press the left hip back. And then reach forward. And when you can't reach any further, just hinging, stretching your left top arm up. The other arm is inside of your leg. Both palms can be facing the same direction. Should try and straighten our front leg. Straighten your front leg. Gaze can be sideways, or you can gaze up. Keep reaching and stretching up. The more you stretch up, the more you activate, work your core, your lats, latissimus dorsi, major muscle in the middle lower back, connects to your spine and your obliques. Then lower your top arm down, bend your front knee, gaze at the floor in front of your front knee, scooch your back foot forward, place your fingers on your block or tent them on the mat, on the floor, and lift the other leg up. Lift your back arm up if you can. And again, if you feel balanced, you can lift your fingers off the floor, but only if you feel balanced. And bend your front knee, step your back leg back, come back into triangle pose, Trikonasana, stretching up. Again, feel your core engaging. Inhale, come on up. Again, turn sideways on your mat. Arms are still out the side. You're sideways on your mat with your feet pointing outwards. Inhaling in place. Exhale. Coming forward, tent your fingers just below your face so your tabletop your spine. On an inhale, sweep your right arm up, reaching up, stretching up, maybe looking up, or maybe your eyes are closed. Again, if you reach up, you feel your core engage. Think of your core like a cylinder. You want it strong all the way around. And releasing. Inhaling, sweeping the other arm up. And exhaling, walk your feet in towards one another. And then we are slowly going to roll up, one vertebra at a time, with the head being the last thing to come up. Okay, if you need to, take a sip of water. Next up, balance pose before we take a bit of a break. Garudasana, eagle pose. That should be your favorite if you're out on that west coast a lot. Okay, so eagle pose. It compresses, stretches all of your joints. You're going to need to breathe. It also activates the feminine aspect of intuition, the third eye. Again, you don't need to think about any of this. It's all going to happen, but it definitely nurtures and enlivens your central nervous system. Okay, so here's the deal. Whichever, because I will give you the instructions, whichever knee is on top in eagle pose, the opposite, the same arm. So if I put my right leg, obviously this will be not the mirror, but if I put my right leg over my left, then my right arm needs to be on top. Pardon me, needs to be underneath. If the left leg is on top, the left arm should be under. So we're going to start with arms. Okay? So take your arms out to the side, sweep them around, and give yourself a big hug for doing yoga. There's your feminine side. Okay, then my left arm is on top right now. Whichever of your arms are on top, is your left arm on top? Left arm on top, should we all be the same? Left arm on top? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, left arm on top. arms. Now when you go around to the other side, bring your right arm on top, okay? And then reach for your shoulder blades. And our bodies are asymmetrical. They're not symmetrical. So yoga attempts to bring this all into balance. So now releasing. Again, one hand may be on the back of the other hand, or maybe you can reach through. I'm not going to reach through on this one. I'm just going to be mindful of my right shoulder. So with the right arm on top, the left leg should be on top when we go into our foot stance. And by the way, I'm noticing one of the students off their mat on the floor. And for some reason, when I was teaching elsewhere, I used to say, come off your mat for some reason. I don't know why. And maybe it's the grounding of the wood of the floor. So you're going to shift your weight onto your right foot this time. And then you're going to lift your left leg up. Do it when you're ready. Just wait. Remember, you can park that foot on the floor. If you're struggling, just cross the leg over, park the foot on the floor. Good work. Release the legs, release the arms. Bring your hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra. Have a sip of water and take yourself onto your mats, flat out and relaxing for a short Shavasana to allow the benefits of what you have just done to be integrated. Good work, everybody. That is, of course, a very challenging posture, but the benefits are enormous. So bringing yourself into the center of your mats, allow your palms to float up, externally rotating your humerus, arm bone. Let your feet splay out. Close your eyes. Separate the biting surfaces of the teeth. Part your lips. Let your body be soft and heavy just for a moment. Our daily habits, perhaps an injury, is going to cause our bodies to become imbalanced. And with our yoga practice, we get to notice and, if not correct the imbalances, at least begin to mitigate them. So there's no judgment about what you can do, which side is better than the other. That's competitive. Yoga has nothing to do with that. Or your ego. Let it go. Doesn't matter. Take a couple of deep breaths in, followed by long exhalations. Breathing in through the nose, unless you're plugged. Exhaling either through the nose or the mouth. And then bend your legs, place the soles of your feet where your knees were. Lift your shoulder blades off the floor, tucking them under your heart center. Bring your arms beside your body with your palms facing down. Press the small of your back into the floor. Feel your abdominal muscles engaging as you press your lumbar and sacrum into the floor. And then peel your spine off the floor, coming up into bridge, Setu Bandhasana. This is a symmetrical posture at this point, both sides working equally. Let's lift the right leg up. Strengthen the masculine side of the body, the right, Pingala. Although we're also strengthening in a different way, the left side, Ida. Breathe. Lower your right leg and now lift your left up. One more breath in. Lower the leg, keeping the knees bent, lifting up. Can you bring straight arms under your body, interlacing your fingers, bringing the lower baby finger inside of your palm? If your arms are not straight, then please maintain your hands on the outside of your body. Inhale, exhale, lower your torso onto your arms. We're just trying to get our shoulders back, open our chest, lengthen our collarbones. One more time, you're pressing up, lifting up off your arms if they are under your body. Exhale, lower them onto your arms. And last time, release your hands. And starting from the top of your spine, slowly lower your vertebra back to the mat. Draw your right knee up and draw your left knee up. One hand on each shin, rocking from side to side, perhaps making big circles. Massaging your low back. Place your bent left leg, foot on the mat. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee. So we're going to do supine pigeon pose with your right hand. Your right ankle should be on top of your left knee. Just gently press your right knee away from you. And then bring your left bent knee towards you. Interlace your fingers behind your left knee. So you're interlacing them behind your left thigh. If your arms and your shoulders can manage to come around to the front of the knee, you will intensify this hip opener on the right side, but it's not necessary. You can keep your hands behind your left thigh. Breathe into your right hip joint. Consider lifting just a little bit your low back off the floor. So just the thought of it can intensify the hip opener, but Like we're tuning a fine instrument, you don't want to pull too tight. 90%, or whatever feels like 90% to you, is perfect. 100% might be a little too much. Breathe into that right hip. Now, cross the top knee over. So this will be like your eagle pose, lying down. So both of your knees, one stacked on top of the other. Gently let your arms fall to the sides and let your knees fall over to the left side and turn your head to the right. And inhale, come back to the center. If you go slowly, you engage. When we use momentum, we don't use as many muscles. Uncross, and let's place the left ankle on top of the right knee. With your left hand, just gently press that left knee away from you, stretching through your hip flexors, also externally rotating your leg bone, the big femur in its hip socket. And of course, this helps to release connective tissue. And draw your right knee towards you. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your right thigh. If it's available or accessible, depending on your hips and your arm length, you might reach your hands around to the front of that right shin. If you try it, it's too hard, or there's too much stretch in your left hip, then bring your hands back around behind your right thigh. Please don't do too much. Your shoulder blades should be resting on your mat. Breathe into your left hip. Perhaps small rocking on your sacrum can bring a little extra blood supply into the area. And again, consider potentially lifting the small of your back off the floor. Creates more opening for the hip, stretching through the thigh. Breathe. It's very important you keep breathing, letting go of tension. We all know the hips are junk drawers where we stuff all kinds of stuff. And cross that top knee over top of the bottom. You can use your hands to help manipulate and bring one knee stacking on top of the other. Take your arms out to the side, inhaling in place. Exhale, drop both knees over to the right, and perhaps turning your head to the left. Inhaling, come back to the center, uncross your legs, bring your arms back beside your body, and extend your legs straight out down in front. Once again, lift your shoulder blades off the mat, tuck them under your heart center, let your feet splay out, have your palms facing up in the open and receiving position, taking a moment again to allow the benefits of your performance to be absorbed and integrated, balancing and harmonizing your masculine and feminine sides. Ha, masculine, ta, feminine, Hatha Yoga. Bend your knees now. Roll over onto your left side. So this again is your feminine side, your calming side. This can be restful for your heart. And then slowly press yourself up into a seated posture. And bring your legs out in front. Pull the flesh away from your sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. And then fold your right leg under your left foot outside of your, I'm doing the mirror image here, your right knee. Makes my brain work. It makes my male side, my logic and information processing. So that's the male side of your brain. Interlace your fingers around the front of your knee and pull your torso up against your thigh. Bring your left hand behind you. So begin to twist now and bringing your other arm, so that would be your right arm, it's either wrapping around, you might be able to bring the elbow outside the knee. Just find a place where you can hang on to that bent knee that's up against your torso. On an inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. On an exhale, twisting as much as you can. This posture has a cleansing effect on your central Sushumna channel. It also has a cleansing effect on all of your digestive organs and, of course, your large colon, large intestine, small intestine. Inhaling, reaching up through the crown, exhaling, counter twist to the other side, coming into the center. Now, can you find your cushion or your block, whatever you have, lift yourself up and place it under your behind. Okay, this is going to make it easier for cow head pose. You're going to bring that front knee, if you can, stack it. So should be your right knee on the bottom, your left knee on top. Now with your left knee on top, you're going to take your left arm behind your body and the palm is going to face the back behind you. Your palm faces the back. You're going to take the other arm up and over. This is where if you have your strap or your belt, and even if you don't, but if you do, you can take the strap in your top arm, hang it over your back to encourage opening of the shoulders, sitting up as tall as you can. One side's going to be easier than the other. And gently, gently release. Give your arms a good shake out. Carefully unfold your legs. Push your cushion away for a moment and maybe bang out the backs of your legs. Now you're going to fold your your left leg will be on the bottom. Your right foot beside your left knee. So to do the opposite of whatever you just did, you'll feel it. Just close your eyes, breathe. Then you're going to take your right hand behind you. You're going to inhale the left up. The more you stretch up, the better. Exhale, twist. Again, perhaps wrapping your arm around, bringing your elbow to the outside of your knee, whatever is available. Inhale to reach up through the crown. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen, even if it's just a thought. Exhaling, maybe twisting a millimeter more, or maybe it's just an idea. Inhale in place, exhale, counter twist to the other side. Once again, take your cushion or your block, lifting up. I know this can be a bit awkward. Just do your best here. And then you're bringing one knee on top of the other. So if your right knee is on top, your right arm is going to be behind you, and the other arm goes over the top. Most of us will notice a difference from one side to the other. Gomukhasana, cow head pose. Who knew that cows were so balanced? I don't know, but they seem pretty content when I see them out in the fields. So lengthening through your spine as best you can. And releasing your arms. And slowly releasing your legs. Bang out the backs of your knees. We're going to do one last little breathing exercise because this definitely balances our masculine and feminine. So please, whatever cushion feels most comfortable for you to be seated on right now, or if you're at home, if you have a firm chair, for Nadi Shodhanan, alternate nostril breathing. So it can be just slightly confusing, but first of all, let's just check the dominance. So plug one side of your nose and exhale. Plug the other side and exhale. And again, go back, inhaling or exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. So it's normal for one side to be more dominant than the other. Sometimes when they're switching, and they do throughout the day, you have them balanced. I don't know how many of you were more left side dominant, more clear through the left. Nobody was clearer through the left. Maybe you're balanced. I happen to be even right now. Is anybody else even? Let's start there. Okay, it doesn't make us better, but if you're even, maybe that's the practice today. But suffice to say that if you need to be more in your parasympathetic nervous system, then breathing through your left nostril, feminine, okay, because it control that would bring you into more of a rest and digest. If you need to be more active, more logical, and sometimes we do, then breathing more through the right nostril. But we're just going to balance both sides. Okay? So take your right hand, or whichever hand you feel best doing, take your peace fingers and fold them inside of your palm. You're going to use your thumb to block your right nostril, and that's right between the flesh and the cartilage. And you're going to use your ring finger to block the other side. Okay, your left side, your feminine side. So close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, legs crossed if that's comfortable, or one crossed, or neither crossed. If you're sitting in a chair, do not cross your legs. Sitting up tall, eyes closed, inhaling in place. Bring your thumb to your right nostril and exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Block the left, exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Block, exhale through your left, feminine. Inhale through your left, intuitive, cooling, calm. Exhale through your right, masculine, heating, emissive, active. Inhale through your right. Block, exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Block, exhale through your right. Sitting up nice and tall. This is important. Inhale through your right. Exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Block, exhale through your right. And bring yourself down into Shavasana, flat out and relaxing. If you have something to cover your eyes, this is helpful for you to calm and withdraw your senses. Eyes are closed, palms are facing up in the open and receiving position. Let your bodies be soft and heavy. Thank yourself for showing up, for committing to an act of uniting mind, body, and soul. Inhaling sun, warm, yellow, positive. Exhale, moon, cool, blue, negative. Sun, warm, yellow, positive. Exhale, moon, cool, blue, negative. Sun, warm, yellow, positive. Moon, cool, blue, negative. Sun, warm, yellow, positive. Moon, cool blue negative. Taking a moment to roll over onto your left side, your feminine side, Ida, bending your knees. And then slowly use your top arm to press yourself back up into a seated posture. As the German philosopher Goethe said, nothing is worth more than this day. If you wish, chanting Om just one time, inhaling together. Shanti, peace, namaste. Salutations, many thanks to all saints. Thanks, everybody. I hope you feel balanced, calm, and dynamic all together today. So next week will be our last. We might hang out afterwards with a little bit of treats. We'll figure that out. If you can stay, any questions or comments are always welcome. And thank you again for coming out.